around here. In today's exciting episode, I'm closing in this hole. Hey Jess, they're not our dogs, are they?
I wish.
How's the dog's bone going?
Really good now that I've got my own dog.
This is what we're closing in. We built this deck a couple of years ago now, and we never closed in the side. We weren't quite sure what we wanted to do, and now Jess wants to plant. So it's becoming a pressing issue, isn't it?
It's often when the job's not been done, we never close in this hole.
If you're wondering, we use Vitex decking, and that's exactly what I'm going to use on the side as well. I want it to all look uniform while maintaining the ventilation that you need under a deck.
This hole looks awful, and I want to redo this whole garden bed because the soil's a mess. So there's no point planting with Scott's track record of standing on plants. Oh, you literally stood on the flower head. Let's just fill it in first. Hopefully these guys will be okay. Then we can make it look nice.
I thought that might be
What's
okay.
this?
All right, Jess, come on.
Sorry, okay, you are asking a lot from me to work around the garden and not get distracted.
Okay, so the idea is to suspend a frame underneath here, and then the decking can be just like this decking board, but down here. So this is a piece of timber that Jess prepared earlier. We only painted it to make it black, so it's kind of invisible. This is the frame behind the thing that you're going to see, not the thing that you're going to see. You leave Jess idle for 1 minute and she NPCs back to gardening.
I'm not an NPC, Scott. I am the main character in my own story.
You know what? Let's do it smart. So this is the main support of the deck. This is anchored to each joist, and then everything will be suspended off of this. It's very uncomfortable under here. How's my track record going now? How many plants have I killed?
I'm choosing not to count or pay attention.
So now that that's anchored up to the joist, that's nice and strong, and we can screw this board in. So we've got the screws there, and I want to carry on the screw line down here. But I want to anchor this to that board that we just put on, because a shear load screw, like a screw going that way with weight on it coming down, is stronger. It's stronger than if we just skewed a screw up into the deck. That's why I put that there. So if I position it slightly to the side, that's why I got the wider board, I don't get this in the way of the screw line. So I'm going to do that all the way along. Well, would you look at that? A whole bunch of uprights. Now you may notice that when we cut one of those long lengths, we left it behind here. And we did that very much deliberately, don't worry, it's not a mistake. That's going to hold all of the bottoms together. They're all just loose at the moment. Actually, they're pretty tight. That screw's doing the job. But now we want to pair them all together for a bit of rigidity.
Are they always going to be floating like this?
With a gap underneath, or?
The vertical pieces, they're...
Oh, how it's just suspended at the top?
Yeah, it's just suspended.
Well, no, we have a little trick for that. That's what these blocks are for. Alright, so to stop that movement at the bottom and to help take the weight, I've got this little block here that I'm going to screw like that. But I'm going to move this block along before I do that because I want it to correspond with the post. If you think about the weight that's going to be on this thing, or the decking, it's going to want to drop like that. So this block should stop it moving in. Oh, yeah, that grabbed. Look at that. I haven't even screwed it to the post yet. It's already solid. That's crazy. Now that we have our string line set up, we've got a gap here that's 29, but we want it to be 18. So we work our way along, moving the frame until we get our 18mm gap here. Kind you're a bit more violent than I am with the gutter.
But I know what I'm doing.
Oh, educated destruction.
Exactly.
I think that'll handle some decking. There we go.
At the very least, it can handle 65 kilograms.
We planted this tree, by the way. How long ago? I can't remember how long.
2 years.
So look, it's going really well though, eh?
Yeah.
Look at it.
Actually, it's a cherry tree. We want to eat the cherries, but it's planted right next to a deck that's full of arsenic, copper, chromium or something treated timber. We're worried the fruit might be contaminated. Does anyone know how you can test it? Like when they're fruit? Can you get them tested in New Zealand?
I think it's safe to say that it will be contaminated. And also, while we're on the topic of trees, this hedge here, this entire beautiful hedge here, someone asked in the comments.
It's a Michaelia lemon fragrant. We planted that just over a year ago.
August.
Was it August?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's almost exactly a month out from being a year ago. And they're probably growing, some of them are growing a lot. The plan is they'll get really big.
Yeah, we want them to be tall hedges that block the driveway from the house. Should we do the other side?
This is to protect you from the wind, Scott.
More like the dirt.
You look very cozy under there.
Beautiful timber. Look at it. Cool. Okay, let's discovered a minor obstacle. I screwed the first board on. It's only got a couple of screws in it, but you may be able to tell what's wrong with it. It's wider. All the boards on the deck are 135mm wide, and all these new boards, they're 140. And the thing about Vitex, it's so dense, it stays the width that you put it down pretty much. I mean, when we built the deck, I used this packer between the gaps. It's still tight. Oh, too tight even. So the boards are not going to shrink down to 135 on their own. I think I have to cut them.
I didn't realise the gaps in between the boards were going to be so big. However, then Scott said, they're not, mysteriously.
But wait, there's more.
Oh wait, there's more. Let me pull something else out of my hat. Let me guess.
What?
You're continuing on this, like, look.
Ah. Yes, I am.
I mean, like, it's pretty obvious.
Flush there. Give that a jungle gym.
Does that mean trim?
Yeah.
Ah.
So I'm going to put a bit of glue on. I'm hoping the glue does most of the work here. Okay, a bit of construction adhesive. Blob on here nicely. Hopefully not make too much of a mess. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. This is the tricky part because I've got to try and get a pin in without it blowing out. I might just skew straight into my support. Don't have my nail punch on me, but I will nail punch those in. But that should be enough for now. And the glue should set, and then we get this uniform look. So this looks the same as the edge of the deck and the same as the edge of the stairs. Didn't want to pull this out, but my saw blade is doing this to the timber. Pretty gnarly.
Seven?
That's the wrong way around.
What do you mean?
Like I've nailed it, it's too high. This one here, yeah, I put this on wrong.
What do you mean exactly?
So those boards are 23 by 18.
Mm-hmm.
And the 18 is meant to face out. The 23 is meant to be flat.
Ah, I see. They're not like they're not a square.
Yeah, so I've made the wide face out.
Yeah. Ah. Is it hard to...
Well, hopefully not. I've glued it, but...
So you do make mistakes, sweetheart.
I mean, my last episode is probably a mistake video of editing the one I think I'm editing.
Oh, showing all your flaws, eh?
I know. So close.
Oh,
Sun's going down.
And you're tired.
I'm tired. Just want to finish my dick. I think I'm going to throw this away.
Okay.
There's glue on one edge and nails on the other, so that was a fail. Yay! Done! The side is done. I mean, it's a different look. I'm worried it makes the deck look a bit heavy now. Definitely needs planting in front of it. No, that looks good actually.
Already on to the next project, eh?
Well, now that I've got some momentum, I've got a missing decking board over there, and now I know why I missed it, because it goes around the internet, and I had all these grand dreams of getting the internet rerouted underground, and then I gave up on those dreams.
No, we got a quote for it, and then we gave up on it.
Well, yeah, that's more accurate. Anyway, so we're going to paint the pipe, paint it the same color as the house, and I'll just piece in the decking board around it. For over 2 years, that decking board's been missing.
I mean, it's like this, right? Look how good this looks.
Yeah. So believe it or not, that was always the plan. I finished the stairs thinking that I was going to do the sides in that fashion. I guess the reason I left it so long is because we just did other things. But also, when you plant it out in the summer, it looks amazing and you forget that there's a gap under there. And then winter comes back and it looks like it did at the start of this video. So now, with the boards there, it's going to look good all year round. I'm feeling good about it. Also, the color. The whole deck was this color and it faded to this silver. I'm curious, what do you think? Do you prefer the faded silvered off look? Or do you reckon it's worth staining every year to 2 years? So I'm a little bit hesitant to stain our deck, knowing that I'll have to do it year after year. And I don't mind the silvered off look.
Yeah, God, I need to decide what shape these borders are going to be. Because it's the spring equinox today, so like the time is now.
The time is now.
Yeah, it just felt like we had all this time to get everything done in the garden, and now suddenly it's like, oh no, actually, it all has to happen in the next 2 months. So your timing is perfect. I think that there's a beautiful coloured timber when it's fresh, but any stain isn't going to look like that because it will be artificial.
Yeah.
So I think the silvered off deck looks nice. It's a bit more natural. I like it. It's amazing how such a objectively tiny detail, which is just this piece, right?
Yeah.
Makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Such a small detail can take it from okay looking to like really high end, I think. Yeah. You still impress me, hey? Yeah.
I think it looks good. I think we just need a few more things, bit of furniture, maybe a pergola, how do you say that? Some sort of shade.
There's so many things that we want to do more on this house to make it cooler, but like we don't have to do it all at once. It's a journey, not a destination.
That's it.
Plus, if we did it all in one go, what the heck would we talk about?
I know. Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform where you can build your online presence and run your business. It's a great website builder. They have thousands of templates to choose from, so you can get a template that will match the aesthetic of your business. And if your business is e-commerce, maybe you're trying to sell stuff online, they have e-commerce functionality built into the website, and it includes payment systems with all the major payment services. It doesn't have to be a third-party thing that you tack on. It's built into your Squarespace website. Speaking of things that are built into your Squarespace website, you can build it. Even if you don't know how to code, there's drag and drop functionality in there that makes it so all you have to do is add your information. You just add images, you just add text, and it all locks into place, and then it comes out looking professional at the end of it. It'll look professional on your laptop, it'll look professional on a smartphone, because it all scales to the devices that people view your website on. It's a great service, and they offer a free trial as well, so you got nothing to lose. But then once you're ready to launch your own website, make sure you go to squarespace.com/Scott Brown Carpentry, and you can save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace. What do you think of my deck?